So I know we'll have the champions come to the White House. We always do. So, we'll have LSU come. But you know what? I'm going to tell Joe, I think Iowa should come too, because they played such a good game. So, right? So winners and losers, that's sportsmanship.
How's everybody doing? My name is Anthony Brian Logan, and today we got to talk about what you just saw, which was the First Lady, Jill Biden, inviting the winner of the NCAA Women's College Basketball Championship game, LSU, to the White House, but also inviting the loser, Iowa. Now, this has never happened in the over 150-year history of this tradition. If you win a championship game, whether you are amateur, professional, basketball, baseball, tennis, hockey, lacrosse, whatever it is, if you're the winner of the championship game, you get the invite to the White House. Never in history has the loser also been invited to the White House. This would be a first. And the question is, why? Why now? What is the motivating factor? Oh, they played a good game? Okay, that's pretty much always the case. It's hard to get to that high of a level and not play a good game, even if you lose. So what's the change now? Let's go back a little bit to a couple of days ago to get some context so we can kind of piece it together and figure out what's going on. First of all, Jill Biden was at the championship game. So she was in the building on the floor and she saw what happened. Okay. She saw the taunting between LSU's Angel Reese and Iowa's Caitlin Clark. We all saw it as well, where Angel Reese was following Caitlin Clark around at the end of the game, doing a John Cena Tony Yayo, pointing to the ring finger because she was getting ready to win in the closing moments of the game. We all saw that. And there was quite a bit of reaction. There was racist elements of it. Yes, it was. I'm not going to say that was a primary motivating factor behind the outrage, behind the taunting, but that was there. I was reading the comments, ghetto thug, black girlhood, all this and that. I was seeing that, yes. But I also saw a lot of black, white, Puerto Rican candy stripes saying that was classist to do it at the end of the game. You shouldn't have done it that way. It's unsportsmanlike. The taunting was different because, remember, the reason why Angel Reese did the taunting, the yayo, Cena, point to the ring finger, is because Caitlin Clark had been taunting other players and other teams throughout the tournament, okay? Doing the Tony Yayo, and then also waving somebody off that was at the three-point line. I don't got to guard you, you suck. And then right in front of somebody's face, look at the scoreboard, you're down 15 points, shut up. She had been doing things like that throughout the entire series. It wasn't really a big deal. When Angel Reese does it at the end of the game, all of a sudden it blows up. Now, me, as I've said, I don't like using the R word on people, the racist word, because it can be worse than being called a pedophile. It's really that bad. It's a scarlet letter. Just being accused of being a racist can haunt you for your entire life. So I don't like using that. I don't like using that term. I give you the benefit of the doubt. But when people see things like this, when you invite the loser, people are going to say, okay, first you had a problem with her because she did a thing that the other player did. Now you want to break a tradition that's been going on for over 150 years to invite the other team. Why? Is it because they have an all-white team and the winners have an all-black team? People are going to make that conclusion. You know there's a racial element here. Should it be? No, it shouldn't, but there is. So what do? You just defy the rules of optics that we have and say, you know what, let's invite the other team too. I mean, you're just playing right into the hands of those that think that you're racist, and it becomes very hard to defend it. So the question is, if it's not about the race thing, if it's not about just wanting to see Caitlin Clark, the quote unquote great white hope, then what is it? Then what is it? Are you just dumb? Do you not understand the way this works? Again, I don't like using the R word. I think this is more about participation trophies. I think it's more about that. That's the reason why you would invite the loser to the White House when that's not how it works. When you win, you get the trophy. There's no co-trophy. There's no co-champion. There's no co-White House visit. That's not the way it works. So this is all the way bad. People that are going to accuse this situation of being racist, you're just giving them more fuel and it's hard to defend it. What can you say? If you're trying to mount an argument about this not being about race, and then Jill Biden says this, and then you see some of the comments that are racist, what can you do? What I know for certain is that this shouldn't be going on. In my opinion, it's more about participation trophies. Everybody's a winner. Nobody's a loser. That's what it's more about for me. But some are going to see it a different way. At the end of the day, as I close, I think this whole thing is ridiculous. You don't invite the loser. I think I saw Angel Reese, the star player over on LSU who did the yayo and all that at the end of the game. She said, no, we're not going. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm seeing quite a few people step up and say, no, you shouldn't be doing this. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing this. Take the race element out. Take the race element out. You shouldn't be inviting the loser. I don't care, because then at that point, what good is the White House visit? Now, someone's going to say, well, hey, ABL, I don't want to go to the White House. No way. I hate Joe Biden. It's not even about that. It's not even about that. It's about the invite. Even if you don't want to go, it's about the invite being given to the winner, not the loser. So, yeah, if I was LSU, I wouldn't even go. If I was Iowa as the loser out of principle, I wouldn't go because we didn't earn it. If you are Iowa's coach, you should say, no, we're not going because you guys got to learn a lesson. And Caitlin Clark is not graduating. Neither is Angel Reese. They'll be back next year, and they could probably go through the same process again. Maybe they'll meet in a championship game again. And if Iowa gets better, maybe they're able to win. Then they can go to the White House. What's motivation to become better if everyone gets the same reward at the end of it? This is ridiculous. Shouldn't be going on. You're not helping the accusation of racism, and you're not really giving anybody an incentive to really strive for the best if everyone at the end of the day gets the same reward. As I said, ain't no co-champion, ain't no co-trophy, ain't no co-White House invite. Period, point blank. I don't care, black, white, Puerto Rican, Candy Stripe, male, female. But I think I'll leave that right there for now. And what say you? How do you feel about Joe Biden extending the invite to the losing team of the NCAA Women's College Basketball Championship game, Iowa? Is it a race thing? Because Iowa, white players, LSU, black players. Again, people that think racism, you're giving them all the ammunition, and it's hard to defend it. How can I convince somebody that it's not racism when you do things like this? If in their mind already, they say the reason why Angel Reese got criticized is because she's black, and the reason why Caitlin Clark did not is because she's white, how can I convince them that they're wrong when things like this happen? What am I really to say here? Whatever your thoughts on that are, let me know in the comments below. You guys know where I stand. I think it's more about participation trophies. Everybody's a winner. Nobody's a loser. But if that's the case, then invite everybody in the entire tournament. Invite everybody, invite all college athletes. Anybody that just happened to step on the court and pick up a basketball, invite them as well. Why would you invite the runner-up when, again, throughout the history, going all the way back to the 1860s in the White House, it has never been the tradition to invite the loser. You always invite the winner. That's part of winning. You get a trophy, you become national champion, you get the White House invite. That's how it goes. Why all of a sudden change it right now? What's the motivating factor behind that? Oh, they played so well. You're not a dumb person, Joe Biden. You were at the championship game. Your husband, Joe, has been in the White House for over 50 years, since the early 1970s, when my parents were little kids and teenagers. Let's just be all the way real here. But whatever your thoughts are, please let me know in the comments below. And that's all I got to say for this video. If you like what you heard, please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. Peace.